do you think about the state of new nuclear now in recent times with the Chinese, frankly, subsidising our sector? Did you think it was inevitable? We had to get money from somewhere. It was going to be China?
I don't know whether there is a regional answer to your question. I guess I kept saying nuclear is part of the energy mix. We need low carbon as opposed to just renewable energy. But nuclear...
You thought it wasn't a good decision for your firm at the time, did you? You didn't think it made financial sense for npower?
Well, it did make financial sense because we couldn't spend so much money over a 10 and more year period, and that was inevitable that we either needed to find a regime which gives us that sort of financial backing and support mechanism, or what we did, we had to sell it, and that was the decision then. For EDF and its two Chinese partners, I think it's inevitable that the first of its kind in this new build development program, that they work together. And I'm not at all surprised that this was required.
How do you see the green energy balance now and whether the Tories have turned its back on that?
Industry policy generally, is something you just don't do overnight. You do consider, you consult, and then you make a decision. And sometimes that's inevitable, that some sectors are disappointed, and certainly the renewable sector is extremely disappointed. You look at the investments we are making in nuclear, 40, 50 or even 60 years of operations, plus the 10 years of development. In renewables, 20 years and more. On conventional gas plants and coal, 20 and 30 years. So all our decisions are over a long-term horizon, even in low carbon, even in renewables. And yet, the political decisions follow a completely different cycle, which is the political cycle of 5 years or less. And I have the problem that I can't adjust my policy when I do make an investment for a 20-year asset. I can't adjust after 2 or 3 years just because the political mood has changed.